They're like, watch this GIF a million times and you'll get it. I'm like, child, I've been watching this and I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Is it at 160 or is it at medium for poultry? Ooh, I really don't want to hurt my yeast. I learned my lesson last time.
Whoa, what's happening?
Oh my god, Friedrich's dough looks like you want to like curl up and take a nap. And this is like, you know, sturdy. Hey team, I am looking forward to getting into today's recipe. Full disclosure, I tried making this recipe a couple weeks ago with a friend.
Annabelle, the bad mouth baker. Oh, did I say your name? I introduced you, right? This is Annabelle, the bad mouth baker. I'm Honeybee. Sweet angel, I missed you.
I was hoping to do another social distance cooking show, and it didn't go as I had planned.
The miracle of science. Whoa, what's happening? I don't know. I thought I was supposed to put it in the thing. No. So we're gonna heat it first. Okay, you definitely put all the milk in, correct?
But the milk was only a quarter of a cup.
No, it's 1 1/4 cups. Okay, so just put in a whole other cup.
I messed up from the first step, like literally messed up. Not just like, oh, maybe it won't make that big of a difference. Like, no, it made a big difference. It had to do with yeast. So, today's recipe is Swedish cardamom buns.
We are making Swedish cardamom buns, also known as cardamom bulle.
Oh, you speak Swedish? I had no idea.
It's not like a cinnamon roll that you would find here in the US, but it's like kind of the same vibe, just like a little bit more refined. So I made these a couple weeks ago. It turned out like hard. It turned out like biscotti. So I'm trying it again.
You've made this recipe before, yeah?
I have.
What would you say I need to look out for?
Really, the tricky part is the knot that we will do before they go into the oven. Everything I've read about it makes it seem like, oh, just blah, and that's not how it goes.
We're gonna get started because I don't want to take up too much of my own time, I guess. Okay, also, because my channel isn't my channel unless I make things exponentially more difficult for myself, I am going to be following 2 different recipes and trying to combine them. So I found this guy on the YouTube, Friedrich's Fika. I found his recipe for cinnamon buns, and I was like, cool, Friedrich. I'd love to hang out with you through this recipe. The thing about Friedrich is that he measures out all of his ingredients. I don't have a scale. I had a bit of a challenge converting, and I did most of it and then stopped when I read that it's 5 cups of flour that this recipe calls for, and that just seemed wrong to me a little bit. The second recipe I'm using is from a website, fixfeastflair.com. They listed the ingredients in cups and tablespoons, so I didn't have to measure anything. They are only calling for 3 1/4 cups of flour. I'm gonna stick with Friedrich's instructions, so it's gonna be a little bit more complicated, but it's okay because I'm feeling up to the challenge. We need to heat the milk for our yeast. I need this to get to 98 degrees. Is that true? I don't know how to tell once it's there. I have a thermometer for meat.
My thermometer only starts at 120.
Interesting. So, let's just do like a feel.
You want me to feel it when it's at 105 degrees?
No, we're just gonna give it a moment. What do we got over there with your temp?
It says the pork is well.
Maybe that will be helpful. Okay, and then for the yeast, I need 2 1/4 teaspoons. It's so strange. Okay, how much did I say? 2 1/4 teaspoons. Okay, 1. That's like your quarter. Where are we at with our milk? Is it at 160 or is it at medium for poultry? That seems too hot. Okay, well. Ooh, I really don't want to hurt my yeast. I learned my lesson last time.
Whoa, what's happening?
Hopefully you didn't all burn. Maybe it's like not even hot enough. Who knows? Whatever. Over it. Stir until dissolved. Okay, I can stir. And then I need to add my butter, sugar, salt, cardamom and flour and work the dough for about 10 minutes in a stand mixer. I don't have a stand mixer. I don't have a dough hook.
Okay, so how are you gonna do the mixing? Tell me more.
I'm gonna start with doing 2 minutes with what I am gonna call a dough hook, but is very clearly not.
Not hook at all.
Then I'm gonna just roll it out or just like throw it onto my thingy and then just
And then do some kneading. Okay.
1/3 cup of sugar, 3 1/4 cups of, I'm using bread flour. Get in there. Thanks. It's okay. Butter, sugar, salt. Okay, salt, cardamom, okay, flour, okay, butter, okay. Ooh, 5.3 tablespoons of butter, which is this one. Get out there. I ground my own cardamom. I'm not sure that I'll have enough for the filling and for the dough. 1/4 teaspoon. Nice. This dough is looking really crumbly, which is probably fine. Like, see, be crumbly. I'm gonna keep going. This one arm is gonna be shredded. I've been to Sweden once in my life. Actually, one of the last places I went to before the pandemic. I spent about 5 days in Stockholm, and it was fun because I was really only supposed to have a long layover there. I loved Stockholm. I thought it was so much fun. In Sweden, I guess, they have this culture of fika. It's not fika, it's just fika, which is like a coffee break. And so you gather with friends and people and go and have your coffee and maybe a cardamom bun. That was such a lovely concept. I love it. I love cultures that, you know, make space for an afternoon coffee or like warm beverage and dessert. I was getting a little bit concerned about how crumbly the consistency of this dough was, so heated up a little bit of milk, threw a little bit in there to make it more manageable, and I've covered it. I'm gonna wait 30 minutes to see if it doubles in size. I have my doubts, but you know, who knows. So here's my dough. It's definitely looking better than what I was working with the first time I made this recipe.
Here's my babe.
Nice.
It's still shaggy though, so I think that's just, it's a crumbly situation.
Not as crumbly as mine. It's been over 15 minutes and my dough is still rising. I remembered I'm supposed to be working on the filling right now.
Okay, so let's do the filling.
There are these solid chunks of brown sugar in here that I'm not really excited about. Maybe I should put this in the microwave for a little bit. All right, so it has been an hour or so since I left my dough to rise. My house is really cold, so I think that it just took a long time for my dough to warm up and like feel comfortable. That said, it still hasn't doubled in size, but it did rise, so that's kind of promising. This is what we're working with now. So now I'm just gonna turn it out, roll it out. Okay, so I'm gonna knead lightly. So it's definitely not the softest. His, oh my god, Friedrich's dough looks like you want to like curl up and take a nap. And this is like, you know, sturdy. I'm gonna call it lightly kneaded because I have absolutely no idea. Okay, roll the dough into a large rectangle about 1/2 inch thick. Last time, oh my gosh, I had to go in with all of my body weight on like this part of my arm. I was like digging my arm into the rolling pin and just like rolling it out because it was that hard. Do you want to see my situation?
Yeah, let's see the situation. Okay, that's okay.
This is all oozed out. There's nothing here for this top part of it.
This is what we're working with.
Wow, yours looks nice.
It doesn't look as nice close up, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
This doesn't feel like it's rolling out. It's like the same size. Okay, it's okay, we can keep going. Just do this whole thing. I had no other plans. Let you kind of rest. Let myself rest, wow. Okay, resting over. Okay, so I have rolled this out. It's not even a rectangle, but I think that it's gonna be fine. So now we have to put on the filling. We've spread the filling evenly. Fold the dough one time. I'm gonna fold it this way since, so now it's like a book or a sandwich. Now is the fun part where we get to struggle through making the buns themselves.
Here we go with the weird knot. Ba, 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 ba.
This is definitely a lot better than what I was working with last time, so I feel good about that. Okay, so I think then we'll do one of these. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna look it up on the internet and we're gonna come back to that. They're like, watch this GIF a million times and you'll get it. I'm like, child, I've been watching this and I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
So I'm gonna wrap it over my index and middle finger.
You hold it like this, wrap it around.
I'm gonna do it again, but this time I'm gonna go over my thumb.
Pull it and then.
Okay, and then I think I'm gonna go in.
What the heck?
This is bullshit.
Ah, like this.
And I have a sort of knot.
Maybe? I think so.
How are we doing?
Oh. Maybe this goes like this. I think that's it. Don't ask me how I did that. Gonna bake at 4 something, I know that much. Okay, so these little buns need to rise for about 30 minutes. It's kind of cracking. Anyone who knows anything about dough and is an expert dough person, please contact me, help me. Look at them, they are looking hopeful. All right, my sweets. So it's been about 30 minutes. The oven is preheated. The annoying thing is that this house is very cold. My cardamom buns are not in a warm place. They have never been in a warm place this whole time. I'm just gonna stick them in there like this. Okay, so the last step is to put an egg wash on them. I don't feel like these are gonna be the best things I've ever created or eaten in my life. And the only eggs I have right now are like high quality, we met the chickens kind of eggs. And I just don't feel like wasting an egg on giving this a little bit of color. So I'm just gonna go for some milk. I need to buy one of those brushes for washing, you know what I mean? Like, for now, I guess I'll just use a spatula. This is not the right tool. I don't really know what else to use. I think I'm just gonna use my hands. Great. My fingies are going numb. I guess I'm just gonna sprinkle some coconut sugar on top. Why not? At this point, this is a recipe that I feel I need to perfect in my life. This is what I need to do. I need to go back to Sweden. I need to meet someone who knows what's up, like a Swedish grandmother. And then I'm gonna learn all the tricks and they are gonna be like, you tried so hard. It was worth it. Fix, feast, flare. Say to bake these for 7 to 8 minutes. That doesn't seem like very much time at all.
Is Robin Swedish?
What's Robin?
Like the artist.
Oh, yes. I think so.
Oh my gosh.
You know what else is Swedish? Uka chaka, uka, uka.
Oh yeah. Okay. I can't stop this feeling
Deep inside me.
I hate you, cardamom buns. You're really the worst.
Da, da, da.
A fun fact about Annabelle, I have these, but also I took a Dickens class in college back when I was an English major. It was taught by R.L. Stein. Not the R.L. Stein, but he went by R.L. Stein, and he like signed his name like the book, and I just thought it was the funniest thing ever.
That is the funniest thing ever.
Do you know who R.L. Stein is? Oh, he wrote Goosebumps.
Oh! Oh! Wow! What was his real name?
I don't know. He went by R.L. I don't know. I think his real name was R.L. Stein.
I never really got into Goosebumps. It kind of freaked me
What? Pick Your Adventure? Come on.
into though as a child. The Boxcar Children.
Yes.
Here they are. They got a little bit burnt on the bottom, but I'm fine with that. It's whatever. Ooh. So you can see it's a lot more airy in here and doughy than I have experienced before. So I ended up not even trying the knot because they just kept breaking.
Ooh.
But there's a lot of leakage. There's a lot of leakage problems. Okay, but they do look sort of bunnish.
They do. They look super bunnish.
This is not perfect at all, but this is so much better than what I made last time.
I feel like my inside's a bit more doughy. It's definitely softer, but I think because it's not entirely cooked. Or it hasn't risen. It's underproved.
Do we think that's cooked?
Hard to say. Whatever. I'm eating it. It tastes delicious.
Well, that's really what matters.
Well, Annabelle, I'm really proud of us for sticking with it.
If I were to make this recipe again, I would want to add more cardamom. I may even want to add just like a little bit more sugar because it's not particularly sweet. I think I'm okay with that. Oh, really good. Really pleased with how this came out. I definitely have a lot to learn about baking, so I'm not even kidding. If you are a baker, if you know someone who is a baker, can you please just share this video with them and let me know how I can improve and like what exactly it is I need to learn. In the meantime, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Appreciate it much, you know. Okay, that's all. Bye.